Hey guys, what's up? I hope you all are having a good day. Happy early Valentine's Day. And I'm back again reading more scary stories that I find on Reddit. And today we're going to be focusing on Glitch in the Matrix stories. The name of this story is I Thought My Boyfriend Came Home, but He Didn't. So this happened last year. My boyfriend, now husband, and I had recently moved into our apartment and we're still getting situated in a new space. One afternoon, he had left to go help his family with something and left me alone in the apartment. I didn't do much but lay around all day and finally decided to try taking a nap. I double-checked the front door was locked because I was paranoid about living in an apartment building with neighbors so close by. I put on a YouTube video and laid down on the couch. About 10 to 15 minutes of laying there and I heard him standing outside the front door trying to unlock it. I know I wasn't asleep or had fallen asleep because I was listening to the same YouTube video. I didn't wake up though. I rolled over and pretended to still be sleeping. I heard him come in, close the door behind him, and put something on the table. He walked into the living room and I could feel him standing near me. I heard him say something like, "OP, are you asleep?" And then heard him walk away into the back room where he sat down in his computer chair. Shortly after this, I actually fell asleep. When I woke up, it was about an hour later. I walked over to the back bedroom and it was empty. I ended up texting him asking where he went, and he responded that he hadn't left his family's house yet, but would be home soon. I started freaking out. Who was in my house? I ran over to the front door to make sure it was still locked. Hopefully I had actually fallen asleep and dreamt the whole thing. But the door was unlocked and there was a pile of mail sitting on the table that was not there before. When my boyfriend got home, I told him the whole story. He seemed to think I was dreaming, but we could not explain how the mail got brought up or how the door was unlocked. We checked the whole apartment for signs of anything missing, but everything was fine. To this day, I don't nap in my apartment because of this. Oh my god, that's fucking terrifying. Like, I wonder if somebody was like actually in your house. Like I wonder if that was like actually a glitch in the Matrix, or like if somebody like broke into your house but was nice enough to give you your mail. No. The name of the next story is Guy Accused Me and My Husband of Stalking Him, then Completely Vanished. My husband and I were walking our dog in a very busy and large urban park. Some background. We have lived in large cities our entire life and are very used to and accustomed to being surrounded by a lot of different types of people and situations. In short, it takes a lot for something to faze us. We've seen a lot. We were along a busy path in this large city park with a lot of people around and we had our dog. This man came walking towards us and started making eye contact with us both immediately. He stops next to us and says, "Hey boss, how's it going?" and puts his hand out to shake our hands. We look at him because he's acting like he knows us, so we're a bit embarrassed and trying to remember who he is. We hesitate, and then all of a sudden he says, "Why are you stalking me? I keep seeing you guys. Why are you following me?" And says it once or twice more as we quickly walk away from him. We walk past him and he walks past us going opposite directions. We make it a point to wait exactly 5 seconds. I actually count to myself 1 through 5 before I look back to make sure he did indeed go away and isn't following us. My logic was I wanted to ignore him in case he was dangerous and sort of diffuse it. But I also wanted to make sure he wasn't following us as he started to get aggressive a bit in his tone. I turned around and he is nowhere to be seen. I mean, literally nowhere. I can't exactly describe the area, but it was pretty open, and even if he sprinted in any direction for 5 seconds super fast, you would still have been able to somewhat at least see him somewhere. It was also open and there weren't really trees or things he could hide behind. I'm sure you may be reading this thinking he was a crazy on the street that can be found in any city, but here's what we found really jarring. Maybe not each thing separately, but put together. He was dressed extremely well. Yes, I know, with mental illness and or those living on the street can look quite presentable, and I'm not trying to be rude, but he looked wealthy, like old money wealthy, super preppy and well-dressed, about mid-50s, almost awkwardly tall, maybe 6'6". People have screamed at us before on the street and have never looked this put together. Again, not impossible, just a bit odd. 2. He was so sure in his conviction that he knew us and we were stalking him. The look in his eyes was terrifying. I can't exactly describe it, but he seemed just so sure. We have no idea who he was. 3. No one looked at what was going on, which by itself wasn't odd. People in my city ignore people shouting and antics all the time without a care in the world, for better or for worse. But when I tell you everyone around didn't even glance at our direction, people may ignore what's going on typically, but they usually walk the other way, not into whatever is going on. Moreover, plenty of dogs within sight didn't even seem to look at this man screaming. 4. He had a bizarre but surprising accent. Again, not by itself odd, but adds to the weirdness. I believe it was Russian. 5. He vanished. Both me and my husband turned around after 5 seconds and agree he was nowhere to be found, and there was nowhere logically for him to be found. We also realized somewhat after the fact that he also appeared seemingly out of nowhere when he was walking towards us. Anyway, this was so odd. It's like he appeared out of nowhere from a different time and was so sure in his conviction to the point where we were both like, was he at the coffee shop we went to earlier? Did we indeed walk the same way to the park? But that doesn't make sense because he was walking towards us. It's really hard to describe over text, but he appeared as quickly as he left, and no one around us seemed even remotely bothered. We've had people on the street chase us, threaten us at knife point, throw bottles at us, and have been called homophobic slurs multiple times. But quite frankly, this was just as freaky, if not scarier, than all of those because I can't come up with an explanation, especially for the vanishing. My husband is a completely science guy and believes in absolutely nothing paranormal or anything that isn't evidence-based. But I can tell even he was completely thrown off. I don't even know what to say to that because, like, there's so many, like, different, like, there's no, like, explanations that actually make sense, right? But, like, I wonder, like, did timelines connect somehow, right? Or like, was that a ghost? Or like, was he just like actually like crazy and like just fucking with you? Or was he playing a fucking prank on you? Like, but then he vanished. So it's like, where the fuck did he go? Which like makes me think that like it was a ghost, right? Because like if it's completely impossible for you to vanish in 5 seconds, where the fuck did he go? Or like, plot twist, is the storyteller crazy? Like, are they like imagining things? Like, bro, I don't know. That was crazy. All right, I have one more story, and this one's kind of short. And I haven't read over this one either, so I don't know what it's even gonna be about or if it's even good. But we're just gonna go ahead and give it a read, anyways. So the name of the story is First Glitch. So this wasn't anything crazy, but I can't explain it. My wife put one of our dogs out back on our way to the basement to clean up. I stood at the back door and watched him lay down outside with my 1-year-old and then went to the other side of the house to play with my son. About 5 minutes later, I went to check on my dog, but there he was standing in the kitchen waiting for me. Meanwhile, my wife is still vacuuming in the basement. Something just seemed a little off. So I asked my wife if she had come back upstairs to let our dog inside since she let him out, and she said no, I've been down here cleaning since I let him out. I never heard the door open and close, and there is absolutely no way he could have gotten in on his own. Wow. That's okay, so that was pretty good. Like, so the wife let the dog out, and then the dog was somehow back in the fucking house, like, and nobody let him in? Like, I don't know. I don't know what I would do in these situations. Like, y'all are better than me because I would be freaking the fuck out. Like, I would probably need to go get therapy. So anyways, that's all I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys again next Saturday, probably with more Glitch in the Matrix stories because I've been really liking these. But anyways, have a good day. Happy early Valentine's Day, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.